Uh, uh, no, teacher, I don't know.
You don't know.
Yes, teacher.
Nicolás Alfaro.
Repeat me the question, please.
Do you know what are all the modal verbs? Do you know how we use them? No? Amilcar?
I don't know, teacher.
Explication of modal verb
Yes?
is another form to say one verb for probabilities.
Mm-hmm.
For
And
example,
mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
You can remember, but you have the idea, and it's so good.
Yes.
Eric Gramajo, tell me something about the modal verbs. I use them to...
The moral verse is for used for respect with
for
another person.
respect. No.
Respect. No, this is a moral verse, no?
No. Ese fue un error común en la guía número 2. La serie decía, talk about modals and etiquette. Y estuvimos hablando de los modals, por ejemplo, be punctual, impunctuality, taboo, cultural literacy. ¿Se recuerdan? Y su audio era modal verbs are used to indicate probability. Un modal verb es diferente a un modal. ¿Ok? Los modal verbs could, would, should, must, will, want. Esos son los modal verbs. Why we use them? Just to know if something is true or false, or just to get into the middle, that maybe we could have a chance to know more information. And the structure from using these modal verbs is the following. You need to use a pronoun, and then you have to use maybe a verb, or you can use a pronoun and modal verb, a verb, and complement. And my verb needs to be regular. It means that you don't have to conjugate the verb. It means if you're using could, should, must, or whatever you want, my verb needs to be regular. You don't need to add s, es, ing, past participle. Okay? The verb it's going to be simple, doesn't change. Okay? So we have in our page number 18 grammar. And we were talking about one more time about medical and dental appointments. And why we use modal verbs mostly when we are in a medical or dental appointment. Gabriel Ajín. Why do you think we use them?
Reading my sentence.
Okay, for example, why we use modal verbs mostly in medical or dental appointments?
Must.
Yes, but why? ¿Por qué cree usted que utilizamos los modal verbs más en un contexto médico?
Is for use of the future.
Could be. Amilcar?
When do you know sure of the symptom of the answer?
Correct. Y por ejemplo, cuando vamos al doctor, ¿podría darme tal medicina? ¿Cree usted que tal vez tenga esto? ¿Será que voy a poder hacer esto? Yes? Entonces, that's why we use modal verbs most commonly when we are visiting the doctor. And we have a grammar, and we have more modal verbs, and we have will, and we have may, might, and able. Okay? So we know already how to use must. Okay? Es un debe. ¿Qué página? Eric Gramajo, 18. So we have will or want. El want is a negative way from will. Do you know what is the difference between will and going to? We were explaining that last week. What is the difference between will and want and going to?
Going to is when you're not sure what happen in the future, and will use for you are, how do you say seguro?
Sure.
Sure that will pass.
It's backwards. It's backwards, okay? Will, it's for something that maybe I'm going to do it something, but I'm not pretty sure. And going to, I'm 100% sure that I'm going to do it, okay? Do you know the difference of it? Going to, I'm going to do it. Like not right now, but maybe in the future, but I'm really sure that I'm doing it. And will, I'm going to do it, but maybe not. It's like probably that I'm going to do it, but I'm not sure. ¿Ok? Entonces acá tenemos el will or want. Recordemos que el will es un afirmativo y el want es un negativo. Por ejemplo, no haré la tarea. I won't do the homework. Porque no la va a hacer. ¿Ok? Entonces acá tenemos el will, want, able to plus base form that it means future ability. And we have the doctor will be able to see you tomorrow. Es decir, que mañana el doctor va a estar disponible para verlo, para atenderle en la cita. So, in simple words, the doctor can see you tomorrow. Okay? And then we have she won't be able to come to work this week. Ella no estará disponible para llegar esta semana al trabajo. So she can't come to work this week. Okay, so we can use it in simple words. And then we have may, might, or may not, or might not. And then we have to add a base form that it means possibility. So the dentist may or might arrive at the office a little late this morning. Que tal vez llegue un poco tarde a la oficina. Sí, que tal vez, posiblemente, es un probably, like maybe. Luego tenemos you may not or might not need to come in right away. Que no es necesario, no es tan necesario que usted llegue ya, rápido. ¿Sí? El might or may es como algo que usted es muy probable, es como que no altera lo que va a pasar. Puede que sí, pero puede que no, se queda como en medio. ¿Sí? Y luego tenemos algunas reglas y dice, you can use able to with might or may for possibility or with must for drawing conclusions. And we have some examples there. And it says the doctor may be able to see you today. I might not be able to get there till 6. We must be able to park here. See the sign? They must not be able to cancel the appointment. Okay? Now we only have 1 minute left for the class. And I want to know if you have any questions about how to use most. Do you know what is the correct structure from using modal verbs? That's the main thing. That's the base. The structure from using sentences using modal verbs. Do you know what is the correct structure from using them? Jeffrey Gomez.
Teacher,
What is the structure from using modal verbs?
Using the may or must?
Yes, yes, but what if you want to use must In a sentence, what is the structure? Where you are going to use must? It is at the beginning, it is at the end, it's in the middle. How I need to use must in a sentence?